Snap comes in one. Manning. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready? Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Smith!
Check.
Go!
Here we go, D.
Now on 2nd and 16. Manning. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Farley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Butker's kick here is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. He's checking.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's caught to Charles. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
You got him.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one complete to Reed. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at about the 14. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They begin the drive with Charles. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
15, yellow. 58, come on. 58, come on. Protein spell. Exit.
Now here's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
70, Indy. Rock it. Go.
On first down, it's Jackson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's just me and you. It's
On second down now, it's Jackson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake. Manning, he's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Slam, slam. Rush in, rush in.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Switch. Check 37, check 37. Deuce.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Shoot. It's 61. Matchbox, light. Come on, son. I'm coming. Alpha.
Attack!
Now this time Mahomes will throw. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Red.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. 58 to Mike, 58.
On 2nd down, it's Charles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On the ground, this is Jackson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. This one caught by Winslow. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Yellow.
Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Nice 7. Let's go.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
58 the money. 58 the money. Soon, fellas, let's go. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You can't block.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
58, boys, 58, 58. Come on. All day. Not try. Every day. Any day.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Safety screaming. 49, check 49, check 49. 58, right on.
Attack.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm Charlie. I'm coming after you. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going up top for Cup. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the safety creep. Hey, check 25.
They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go out.
54. I want that. Give me that ball.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And some room to run now. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, it's Jackson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they'll throw it with Manning. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Attack.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Single. 87's mark. Don't worry about that. Watch tight end. Tight right. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Craig. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Keep playing hard.
Second and 6.
Let's get it.
46-yard line.
Girls, 15.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Craig. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On first down, Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Complete to number 33. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
Set. 90, Wolf.
54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shit. Watch twist.
On the ball.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I got one. Mike's 54.
Yes.
I'm coming. Mike's 5'4.
Hey, Sam off. Back, hey, orbit. Ready.
Shotgun now for Manning. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hey, alert 3.
A first down carry here for Charles. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They're not ready for this.
Attack.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
On first down, it's Charles again. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Motion, 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 motion.
As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On second down now, it's Charles. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Charles is going to try and run. Able to slither by. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run again with Jackson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
From the gun, it's Manning. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 26. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Coaching spill.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Saints 34, Vikings 24.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
To throw is Manning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Manning escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First down, Saints.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Mahomes going to throw it here. Going up top for Kupp. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Vikings have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, You just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
On play action, it's Manning. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working from the gun, Manning. A throw left side, complete to Biletnikoff. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. From the gun, Manning. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's second down and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, Haywood.
One final try now for Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.